So students, today we are discuss about the coal and petroleum, which is our new chapter. Okay, so in brief, we use various materials for our basic needs. Okay, some of them are found in nature and some have been made by human efforts. Okay, so in activity 5.1, okay, you can see on your book also, make a list of various materials used by us in daily life and classify them as natural and man-made. Okay, uh, can you tell me some natural materials? Natural, uh, wool. Second one, uh, wood, coal, good. Iron, okay, good. Okay, very good. Yes. So you can fill the natural things, okay, which are which we will use in daily life. And what are the man-made things? Man-made things you can easily classify many are things there. Yes. Gold also naturally occur, okay, but it will be if you said jewelry, then it will be a part of that. Man-made things are many, which we are used in our daily life, like chair and this smartphone we are using nowadays, and many things. Okay, you can fill. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you have to fill this table on your book also. So, hmm. So does this list include air, water, soil, and materials? Since all these are obtained from nature, they are called natural resources. So now our answer will become here, that which we are going to discuss in this chapter further. Okay, so uh, air, water, soil, and minerals are also necessary for our daily life. Okay, since all these are obtained from nature, that's why we are called it as natural resources. Can we use all our natural resources forever? Okay, of course not, because now if we discuss about it, then it will be clear to you. Can air, water, and soil be exhausted by human activities? You have already studied about water in class 7th. Okay, is water a limitless resource? Students, this question is for you. Is water a limitless resource? Limitless or not? Limitless means you can use it forever. Water? No, because you can say that drinking water is only uh, present in a very small amount in our earth. Okay, so we cannot say that it is a limitless resource. Nowadays you can easily see the scarcity of water, okay, in or around your area also you can feel that. So, in the light of the availability of the various resources in nature, natural resources can be broadly classified into two kinds. Now, this term will be clear to all of you that first, inexhaustible natural source. Okay, inexhaustible natural resources means these resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Okay, so sunlight, you can see that sunlight which is come from sun is a limitless source or resource. Okay, and same as air. So these cannot be, you can say that, exhausted by, they can be polluted. Okay, air can be polluted but not exhausted. You have to understand the term exhaust. Exhaust means which completely, okay, completely not present. Okay, so exhausted by human activities, these are not exhausted by human activities. And same as, now if we talk about exhaustible natural resources, the amount of these resources in nature is limited. They can be exhausted by human activities. Examples of these resources are forests, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, whatever you include in natural resources. Okay, in the table 5.1. So these are the natural resources which can be exhausted. Okay, so these are found in very limited quantity in nature, you can say. Okay, so activity in activity 5.2, what you have to do now, it is a group activity. Okay, take some containers, fill them with popcorn, peanuts, or roasted gram or toffees. Okay, divide students into group of 7 each. Further divide each group into 3 subgroups containing 1, 2, and 4 students. Label them as first, second, and third generation respectively. Okay, so we can do this activity after a while, soon, I hope. So these subgroups represent the consumers. Okay, as population is growing, second and third generation have larger number of consumers. Okay, if you divide it, if you do this activity, you can easily understand. Put one full container for each group on a table. Ask consumers of the first generation from each group to consume eatables from the container of their group. Now ask the second generation consumers for each group to do the same. Ask the student to observe carefully the availability of eatables in each container. Okay, if something is left in the containers, ask third generation from each group to consume it. Now finally observe whether all the consumers of the third generation got the eatables or not. Also observe if anything is still left in any of the container. Okay, so now we assume, okay, we after you can if you do this activity, you can easily understand that the resources are very limited, and it will be exhaust if we are not taking so much care of it. Okay, so you have to assume that eatables in the container represent the total availability of an exhaustible natural resource like coal, petroleum, or natural gas. Okay, same thing, you have to just assume it. Each group may have a different consumption pattern. Okay, are the earlier generation of any group too greedy? Of course not. Okay, it may be that the earlier generation in some groups were concerned about the coming generations and left something for them. Okay, so now we will talking about the examples. Okay, whatever we have to do in this chapter. Okay, we will learn about some exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. These were formed from the dead remains of living organisms. Okay, you already know, I think, this term fossils. Okay, you can say that dead remains of a living organism. Okay, which occur in the past. So these are known as fossil fuels. So coal, petroleum, natural gases are fossil fuels as they formed by the fossils or dead remains of living organisms. Okay, so first we are talking about first fossil fuel. Okay, which is coal. Till here you all understand. So students, now we will talk about the coal. Okay, you may have seen coal or heard about it. Okay, it is a hard as stone and is black in color. Okay, if you see the structure, you already familiar about it. It is obtained from wood. Coal is one of the fuels used to cook food. Earlier, it was used in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine. It is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Okay, coal is also used as a fuel in various industries. So, what is the story of this coal? Where do we get coal from, and how it is formed? About 300 million years ago, the earth had dense forest in low-lying wetlands areas. Due to natural processes like flooding, these forests get buried under the soil. Okay, so you can understand these terms that many million years ago, about 300 million years ago, okay, dense forests are found in this earth, and after due to some natural processes like flooding, okay, these forests gets buried under the soil. As more soil deep deposited over them, they were compressed. The temperature also rose as they sank deeper and deeper. Under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. Okay, so you can see that under high pressure, as they go deeper and deeper in the soil, the pressure and temperature also rises. Okay, so these plants, dead plants, slowly converted into the coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Okay, if someone asks you what is the carbonization, it means the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is also called a fossil fuel. Okay, since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, okay, coal is also called as a fossil fuels because it is obtained from fossils. Okay, mainly remains of dead organism is called fossils. That's why we are calling it as a fossil fuel also. A coal mine is shown in figure 5.2. So you can see this is a coal mine from where coal is obtained. When heated in air, okay, when heated in air, coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas. Coal is processed in industry to get some useful products such as coke, coal, tar, and coal gas. Okay, about these products we will discuss further now. So first we will discuss about the coke. It is tough, porous and black substance. It is an almost pure form of carbon. So if question is arise to you that what is the purest form of carbon, you can say coke. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. Next is coal tar. It is black, thick liquid. Okay, tar word is coming here, na? So it means some liquid substances like that. So it is a black, thick liquid with an unpleasant smell. Okay, so you can see a coal tar here. It is a mixture of about 200 substances. So coal tar is a mixture of about 200 substances. Products obtained from coal tar are used as starting materials for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industry, like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosive perfumes, okay, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, etc. Okay, so interestingly, if you see, naphthalene balls used to repel moths and other insects are also obtained from coal tar. Okay, so if someone said that what are the products formed from the coal tar, so you can say that synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, okay, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic material, and naphthalene balls also obtained from this coal tar. These days, bitumen, a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar for metaling the roads. Okay, as you are aware about that, now a road coming to your village, new road is coming, so you can understand this thing that these days bitumen, okay, a petroleum product is used in place of coal tar for melting the roads. It is used to melting the roads. Now, coal gas. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. It is, you can say, coal gas was used for street lighting for the first time in London in 1810 and in New York around 1820. Nowadays, it is used as a source of heat rather than light. So it can be used as a light also, but nowadays it is moreover used as heat. It is used as a fuel in many industries, okay, situated near the coal processing plants. Next is petroleum. You know that petrol is used as a fuel in light automobiles such as motorcycles, scooters, and cars. Okay, heavy motor vehicles like trucks and tractors run on diesel. Petrol and diesel are obtained from a natural resource called petroleum. The word petroleum is derived from Petra. Okay, the word is obtained from Petra it means rock, and oleum means oil, as it is mined from between the rocks under the earth as shown in figure 5.4. Okay, so you can see petroleum, okay, as and natural gas deposits. So these are you can understand that in deeper the soil, okay, these are the reservoir rock is here, okay, and it is obtained, oil is obtained from here. Do you know how petroleum is formed? Okay, now we will discuss about the processing of how petroleum is formed. Petroleum was formed from organisms living in the sea. As these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, absence of air, high temperature, and high pressure transformed the dead organism into petroleum and natural gas. So you can understand that, okay, petroleum was formed from the organisms living in the sea. So you can see that mainly whatever form of fossil fuels we are getting, it is mainly the remains of the organisms. Okay, so petroleum is mainly formed from organisms living in the sea. Okay, look at figure 5.4. It shows the deposits of petroleum and natural gas. You see that the layer containing petroleum oil and gas is above that of water. Okay, why is so? Can anyone give answer? Yes. Okay, so you have to recall that oil and gas are lighter than water and do not mix with it. So this is the reason that the petroleum oil and gas is above from the water. The world's first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, USA. Okay, in 1859. 8 years later, in 1867, oil was struck at Makum in Assam in India. Okay, in India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai, high in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. Now, refining of petroleum. Okay, you have to understand that how this petroleum is refined now, because as you know that it is mainly formed from dead organisms. Okay, of sea, so it is not a purest form of petroleum, so we have to refine it. So petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. Okay, it is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum, gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. Okay, so we have to refine it because it contains many mixture. So the process of various constituents. Okay, sorry, the process of separating the various constituents or fractions of petroleum is known as refining. Okay, so when we separate various constituents or fractions of petroleum is known as refining. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery, as you seen in figure 5.5 here. Okay, it is a structured petroleum refining. Okay, in which different subcells are here. We will discuss about it after that. So various constituents of petroleum and their uses are given in table 5.1. Okay, we will see them, and before it, one note is important note is for you that many useful substances are obtained from petroleum and natural gas. These are termed as petrochemicals. Okay, the useful substances which are obtained from petroleum and natural gas are known as petrochemicals. These are used in the manufacture of detergents, fibers, which polyester, nylon, acrylic, etc., polythene, and other man-made plastics. Hydrogen gas is obtained from natural gas, is used in the production of fertilizers, like that urea. Okay, due to its great commercial importance, petroleum is also called as black gold. So now we will first we see the various constituent of petroleum and their uses. So first is petroleum gas in liquid form. Okay, petroleum gas in liquid form is known as LPG. Okay, a liquefied petroleum gas. Full form of LPG is liquefied petroleum gas. So uses fuel for home and industry, as you already know. Okay, the gas cylinder which is used in your home is filled with the LPG gas. Second one is petrol, motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning, kerosene, fuel for stoves, lamps and for jet aircrafts, diesel, fuel for heavy motors vehicles, electric generators, lubricating oil is used for mainly lubrication, paraffin wax, ointments, candles, vaselines, etc. are formed by this paraffin wax, bitumen, paints and road surfacing. Okay, it is used for mainly road surfacing nowadays. Natural gas is a very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes. Natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas. Okay, CNG is used for power generation. It is now being used as a fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting. Okay, you already heard the name CNG gas nowadays. Okay, so it is not produce any pollution, so that's why it is used in transport many transport vehicles. Okay, it is a cleaner fuel. The great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning in homes and factories, where it can be supplied through pipes. Such a network of pipelines exists in Vadodara, okay, in Gujarat, some parts of Delhi and other places. Natural gas is also used as a starting material for the manufacture of a number of chemicals and fertilizers. In our country, natural gas has been found in Tripura, okay, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. Okay, so you can see that these are the number of chemical and fertilizers. Okay, so very if we say about the natural which reserves, okay, which are found for the natural gas is found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, okay, and in the delta of Krishna Godavari. Now Buju said that can coal, petroleum and natural gas be prepared in the laboratory from dead organisms? Okay, so Paley was said to him that no, their formation is a very slow process, and conditions for their formation cannot be created in the laboratory. Okay, so natural gas you can say that cannot be formed in laboratory. Okay, so it is also not a renewable source of energy. You cannot renewable it natural gas. So some natural resources are limited. You have studied in the beginning of the chapter that some natural resources are exhaustible like fossil fuels, forests, and minerals, etc. Okay, so you know that coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. It required the dead organisms millions of years to get converted into these fuels. On the other hand, the known reserves of these will last only a few hundred years. Moreover, burning of these fuels is a major cause of air pollution also. Their use is also linked to global warming. Okay, it is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. This will result in better environment, smaller risk of global warming, and their availability for a longer period of time. Okay, nowadays global warming is a major concern for our earth. Okay, in which sudden increase of temperature occurs on the earth. So for this if we maintain these things we can reduce it a lot. In India, The Petroleum Conservation Research Association, okay, PCRA, advises people how to save petrol or diesel while driving. Their tips are, okay, first tip is drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Okay, first thing is that you have to drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Switch off the engine, okay, at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. If you have to wait for a while, okay, to prevent the consumption of more petrol, you can use this strategy. Then ensure correct tire pressure. Okay, tire pressure also, you have to ensure that the tire pressure is accurate. Okay, because it is not use much of petrol if you are going somewhere. Okay, if you your speed will be slow down and your engine use more fuel. And next is ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. Okay, so you have to maintain your vehicle maintenance also. So these are the things which we read, okay, today.